Hello, hello. I'm too ready for the ride by 46. This is take 2 of making this. So if you do solve this, it isn't unique really, given the rules. You have to. Well, I'll come on to. Well, no, I will say in case people watch this and then go watch the intro and then go solve. So when you get rid of fog, there'll be more rules hidden underneath the fog that allows you to solve it, one of which is drawing a path, and the path isn't allowed to intersect itself at all as you go. So sorry, spoilers for that, but it's non-unique as it stands, sort of thing. So it's probably worth mentioning. But either way, let's go into it. So normal fog, and then sort of skyscraper-esque puzzles where everything's a blade of grass, and it's you're counting how many blades you can see until something's blocked by vision of something taller than it, and normal killer cages as well. So this has to be at least, it has to be 5 because you're seeing all of these and you're going to be seeing a 9 somewhere in one of those. You can't hide enough 9s everywhere inside. And another point is that, so these guys here have to be 8s or 9s, because if they're not blocking enough, that one's got to be blocking everything behind it. But that just implies that if that's 8, that has to be 9. So 9s go here and here. So if that was 8, you'd be seeing another 9 down here. So that one's definitely 9. So we now get to see the bonus rules. So we're drawing a path along cell edges. He's properly rolled over, hasn't he? You're drawing a path along cell edges, and mountains count how many edges. But the important thing is it can't ever touch itself. So these two are a 2-3 pair. You get a 1 here as well to start us off. So digits separated by the path have the same parity. So if that's 3, that's 7. Or it's 2 and then 4, 6, and 8. Interesting. If that was 3, then because of the no touching rule, it'd have to look like this, wouldn't it? Which would be okay. And if it's 2, then it could be covered by that, I suppose, as well, couldn't it? So this guy's also a 2 and 3, of course. And whatever separated by that have the same parity. Whatever that one touches has to touch an odd digit. Just thinking, if that was 8, then this would have to be 2, and this would be 3, looking like that. That anything to go by? Not that I can see anyway. Let's have a think about the clovers, because this one's going to see at least those 3, plus a 9 here, plus a 9 there, so that's going to be at least 5. This one is going to see 1, 2, 3, 4 cells. At least 5 plus a 9 somewhere in this row. So that's at least a 6 there, isn't it? This one will see at least these ones, plus that one, plus this one, so that's at least a 5 as well. But it could be the case that these are all decreasing and these are all decreasing as a, or at least that they're blocked. So that could see only 5, if that makes sense. Oh, and the other thing, of course, is if two cells are separated by path, or if two cells have opposite parity, they can't be separated by the path, can they? Yeah. So if this was 8, then it'll look like that. It'll come up. But that seems okay. 8 and 9 up there. 3 and 2 here. That would come down. Then would have to come across. Oh, would it? No, it could come down again, couldn't it? So that's if that is an 8. That's what happens. If it's a 9, then there's more options, isn't there? Is it meant to be clover logic instead? From here? Or is there another rule? Yeah, this hopefully is all the rules. Else it's a bit stuck. So if that's 8, you're 3 looping around like this. These would all be odd with a 5 or 7 here. 5, 7 or 9. 3, 2. Even, so that's have to come down. Oh, okay, so no, hang on. If that's 2, no, you start. Wait, do we know you start like that? Oh, it always passes. Yeah, it always passes between 2 cells, so it never goes onto the edge. So this can't be 3, right? Okay, 2, 2, 3. Sorry, 2, 3. That's even. This is odd. So, and this beginning to the end. Are we meant to know that there's an end marked? Just wondering if that has to come down or if that's allowed and then that's allowed to be the end. I assume that the end is marked given how it's worded, but I don't really know at this point with this puzzle, I'm afraid. 4, 6, and 7. That's not 7. Right. So the path has got to look like this and then come up here. It's not allowed. That's not allowed. So, and again, assuming that we're meant to know that the end is marked, which I think is a fair assumption given the way the rules are worded. You have to look like this. 3 or 5 there. If I turn on outlines, does that make things slightly more readable? Slightly, hopefully. I think I will put in. Actually, yeah, no. Can I know that that's not the end? Maybe. Really not sure. So now we're seeing at least 3 things in this direction. At least 4, 5, and then a 9 somewhere down here. So that's at least a 6 or... Well, that is 6 or 8. Was 6. Then if that's 6, then where's 8 along here? It has to immediately block it. So 8s are up there. 5, 9. I was just hoping that that couldn't be odd or even. That looks fine to be either. 2, 3. This guy's seeing a bunch of digits. He sees 1, 2, 3 in that direction. 4, 5. And there he might only still see 6. If this was 3, or maybe it's more interesting if it's 2. And not really, because he could have a line over there. This has got to be odd. That's not line, these aren't lines. So if you did take this line, have to look like that. That seems okay. Or if you come across the top here, does that mean anything? Not particularly, I wouldn't say. 2s are somewhere there. This could drop down or it could connect. No, it doesn't take that cell at least. So, I mean, I was going to say at least one of these is path, but yes. If this guy is path, that's a 7. I think that's going to really help us, is it? It's here. That clover stuff is done with for that clover. So if this is 6, then definitely see this guy. Then we have to very early on get blocked by a 9, don't we? Well, not, yeah, not massively early actually. 6 puts 7 puts 5 puts 3 puts 2. Gives you 4 here. Anyway. 6, 7, 5, 3, 2 gives you 4 there. What's that last digit? 8. Of course it's 8. I've got that pencil marked already. Oh no. Yeah. Bit of a cold coming on, and brain that's not doing logic very well at the moment. So this mounting counting its edges. So this setup would imply that that edge isn't possible. So that edge wouldn't be possible, or that one. So in this particular setup, it goes along like that. One of these two would have to be path. If instead that is an 8, then you've seen 1, 2, 3 from this side. See at least one over here. Why would this not work? Or is it to do with this? Or even this guy? So if this was 7, and you're this setup, you're then seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 from the 9 down there. And if yeah, maybe I should think about, can that ever be a 6? So if that sells 6, this guy has to be hidden. So that has to be go 2, 3. 1 there, 9 there. Which gives you 5 and 7 and 4 in the middle. Which works with this being 4 and 6. So if that's 6, and you go 3, 2, etc. And if instead it was 7, because I can't assume it looks like that when it's 7. because that was doing logic otherwise. You go 7, 5, 3, 2 there. So you always see something here. So the point is, this does have to be blocking everything else. So this has got to be at least a 6. And it's got to be bigger than 6. It's got to be at least a 7. Because this guy, if he is a 7, then he definitely sees 2 things going up here. And then he sees exactly 1 in that direction. But if he's a 6, then one of these is always 7. That's interesting. If he is a 7, then he sees exactly 1 thing here. Yeah. So 4, 6, 1, 6, 8, and then presumably 4, 6, and 8. Yeah. So can I? So it'll be 4, 6, and 8. That's not a 3. This is even. That's good. Right. So we get that, and we come along here. So if this is 3, it gets trapped. That's definitely a 2. So we're definitely not this setup. Cool. So we are 7, 5, 3. These aren't 5s. The rest of that has to stay for now. Good. The couple appears to be kissing above the tree in this one. Love it. So that's not allowed to be path. That can't be path. Two, 4, 6, 8. It's a shame that that can be 8. It's this 1, 2, 5 at the top. Yeah, we can't hit there. Possibly can't hit there. 7. If that was 8, right, then you'd be picking up a 9. So that doesn't work. That has to be a 9. See another mountain with a 2 and 3 in there. And now this 7 is working absolutely fine. That's sorted. If this guy tried to be 6 at this point, then you'd be picking up 1, 2, 3, 4. That seems okay, actually, doesn't it? Yeah, that seems fine. Something else, therefore, maybe. This guy seeing 2, or this guy seeing 2 or 3. I mean, if he saw 3, then you'd be picking up all of the odds. And then all 4 corners would be even. That seems alright. Yeah, maybe this guy. He was only seeing 5. He definitely sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's at least 7 or 8. Can he be only 7? If he was 7. Oh, hang on. Now this is definitely seeing that. That's maybe interesting as well. But if this was 7, he's seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 1 in this direction. And at least 1 in this direction. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he definitely sees all of these cells. And then he definitely sees the 9 in box 8. So that would make that a 2, 3. If that's 7, then this has to go 2, 3, 9. If that's 7, that's 2 and 3. And that, no, that's okay then, because then that's 4, 6, and 8. with 157 here. No, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 5 and 1. Yeah, and then this would have to be the biggest of all those. That's at least a 4. It has to be anyway. Yeah. And if it's 8, the line goes there. No, that's not line, by the way, don't we? Oh, and exactly one of these is line. So this is definitely line, and we get an 8 here. Oh, okay. Train carriages at the top. So I'm assuming this isn't line again. So if you came down, you'd come down again. If you come across, got a couple of options. And if the one was here, that would be 7, and that would be 3. And then that would have to be line, and then the line would do that, and that breaks because that's a 3-2 pair. Okay, so this does have to be 8. Apparently it doesn't. Right, 7 doesn't work. Does work? Oh no. Oh no, sorry. That was if this line is here, then you have to come down, and then that has to be a 7, and then you do this whole thing, and that breaks. So so that's not line, and this is line, and therefore this is line, and that's not line. Means line comes here. That's a 2. There we go. There's something. So shall I try and now use the fact that I know this isn't an 8? Trying to disprove this being an 8. It's a bit harsh. Trouble is, once it is an 8, then end up with so many more possibilities, don't you? It's weird. This is 8. And you see 1, 2. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see a 9 for 7, but then you might see this 5, and you might see an 8 here. That is 6. This was 8. 8 and 6 breaks, isn't it? Of course it does. Sorry, 8 but 6, and then this is saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. Right, cool. So that is a 7, which has to then sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. So this guy's hidden by that. That's not a line, so all of these are lines. You get 5 and 1. We're back on track a little more again. 2, 3. Does that not do anything up here? Apparently not. Oh, okay. Weird. So this comes across like that. That's definitely not line, so that comes down. That's not line, that comes down. You can't close off. I'd get rid of all the crosses at the end, probably. Hopefully. So this being a 7 means that all these are hidden by that cell. So none of those are 8s. That could be a 4, 1, 2, 3. This has got to be 5 apparently. So that can't be 4 anymore. Six, 8. This is another mountain. That's got to be a 2 mountain, which is then going to look like that. 4, 6, 8 triple means everything here is odd. Cross that off. Cross this off. So where are you going, I wonder? Could come up and down straight up, couldn't it? This cell's quite restricted. That's from 7, 8, or 9. 9 somewhere here. So 4, 6, 8. This is 6. He's 1. I mean, 8 couldn't go there, for example. I don't know if I want to pencil mark that. 5. It's not 5 at least. Only 1 odd left here. Got 1 even and 2 odds there. Maybe how this works. I find it quite hard to see with the pictures what I'm going to be looking at. Actually, so that came up, it would be 9. This apparently has to go here and then not necessarily down, because that could be the end, could it? That was the end. And obviously these wouldn't be allowed to connect. You could do some big old loop like this. Essentially. And can this really see 8 things? No, surely not. So if that was an 8, that sees 1, 2, 3. Oh, it totally can. 8 would put 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 8 puts 4. So this is never 6. I've done all my clover. Yeah, that one's blocking everything here. Oh, this can't be 4 or 5 now, can it? So that sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. Yeah, there's a 9. Right, there we go. All wolves are to the right, the sheep. Sorry, all wolves are to the right of the path, all sheep to the left. So oh, this had to come down like that anyway, didn't it? So you can't ever split that. That's not allowed. Means this comes down and this is odd. And wolf. Wolf. No, these are, what are these? These are the polar bears. So that line could be there. Do we have a wolf at this point? Not that I can see. 2, 3, 5, 7. Are you meant to be able to say... So if you're facing the front, then sheep are to the left of the path. So if you're thinking about direction, this has to be coming in that sort of direction. So this says the beginning or the end. I don't think I understand this puzzle at all. Afraid. These are here. So sheep are to the left. That's the same as sort of inside and outside the loop, isn't it? Because this is going to split. This is going to split the puzzle in half. And everything will be on one side or the other. So you can sort of colour the grid 2 colours. I think. That's not 9. So it could annoyingly go like this. Five, 4, 4, 6. Yeah, that's odd. Twos are here, 7s are here as well. Sevens are down there. What am I missing now? 7. So if that did come across, that seems fine. That's then a pair of evens. Get an even odd down here. Mountains counting path. Seems like that's all been used. Sorry, I don't think this is going to be a very interesting solve, is it? To watch. A lot of me just not understanding anything. 6. So if this came down, that would also come down. This would come down again. MB 8, 4 would come down another time. And is this meant to then say to the right and left of things, or? Because otherwise, but this is the beginning or the end. Should I assume it's the beginning? I'm going to assume it's the beginning. Although I'm not sure if that actually does anything, does it? Cheaper to the left, yeah. Doesn't do anything. I'm gonna give this another 5 minutes and then come back another time. So separated by the path of the same parity. And to be able to use that anywhere. surely can't be worth some marking any of this stuff, can it? Got these sheep. But aren't they just blatantly on the same side anyway? Ah, yeah, here we go. Here's something. So whichever way this guy goes, that is always even, isn't it? So you get the... That's not a 7. So then this is not a line, and that goes across there. Which means these aren't lines. And you also know that's an odd even, so that's not a line. So... What's that? Wait, haven't I? I thought I said that was odd. What? Oh, no. That apparently is odd. Oh, this line can go here, can't it? So if this was even, then that has to be the case. But if it's odd, then that's the case. These is a 5, so that's not path. Do we have to... Don't necessarily have to get... But all of them are on one side. Yeah. No, I really don't understand this puzzle. Ones and threes. Even. Yeah, I'll give it until 40 on the timer. Come back. Am I sure I've done all my... Oh, is it my clovers? I think it is, isn't it? This clover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, sorry, that had to be 9. So that's not line. That goes like this. Then this has to come down, down again. Then this is a 2. And 3s could hide there. But now the sheep thing might come into play. Because if this is connected, or let me color things that I know are on different sides of the loop. It's probably easiest, isn't it? It's all on one side of the loop. It's all on the other. Other side of loop. So no sheep are blue. So that loop has to do that. Okay. And this isn't odd. Yeah. It's going to make it even trickier to see. So sheep I know are blue. And even doesn't really say anything. So that could come down there. That could be pink. Wanted to. If. Hang on, that's not a 2, is it? Yeah. So if this did that, then it has to come down, assuming that the end is marked. And then that's too many evens. So this comes up. This comes down. That's blue, that's pink. Comes down again. That's maybe an 8. 6 and 4. 6 to 8. 6, 7 and 9. 1, 3, 5. This comes down again. I think at this point I will get rid of all my crosses to try and just make it a bit easier to read some stuff. Unfortunately, I can't. No. Can't clear them all at once because then I'd lose my line. Although with the shading, maybe that would have been the better to do it. Cool. Oh, and now we get a wolf. So that wolf is pink. And now this line does that. That's got to be pink and odd. 7, 8. Line. These two could just connect. 6s are gone. 7, 8, 9, 4, 5. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 7. 9, 7. What's this? 1, 3, 1, 3, 6. Yeah, because that's a quad, isn't it? So, bit more progress. This is not line. So, line either comes down there or across here. Looks like both of those options are happy. Any other sheep or wolves? Not that I can see. 7s. Like that. It's 4, 6, 1, 3, 5, 7. 4s and 8s? No, not really. So if the line joined up here, and it loops all the way around like that, know that that's not line. So that not being line means that has to be pink, doesn't it? Yeah. And this can't be blue now because these two have different parity. Okay, starting to understand it a bit more, maybe. Hopefully. 2s, 2, 6. 7 is 7 now is definitely done. Right there, it's not. I'm saying that can't be lines, so that has to be pink. If that does make any difference. This ever be line? Yeah. Do something like that. Is this I suppose this, that's have a line. Just thinking about where this guy goes. But the end, we still don't know where the end is. Beginning or the end. Seems to be the beginning if this clue is to be believed. The sheep on the left and wool. No, sheep on the left, wolves on the right. So that's odd. I know you don't turn like that. If you turn like this, then that's odd. But if you turn like this, that's odd. So that's always odd. 2's down here, 2's here. That helps. Yeah, I'm saying this. No, wait, which cell am I saying? Saying this cell's always odd, aren't I? Yeah. Which means this isn't a line. Yeah, that's not line. So that comes across there like that. That's pink. That's all pink. So now we do come all the way around to here. I have to join up somewhere over there. Meaning that... Not sure. 2's blocking the 1, 3, 5. So this loop here is going to have to make its way down one of these two. So this is never 6. It's always odd. Which means that this comes down. Which means 7, 9, 6. 6, 4. 1, 3, 5, 6. That's that side of the loop. That's also that side of the loop again, assuming that the edges end is marked. That's not loop anymore. Is that interesting? Or maybe that, I think that wasn't loop before anyway. Or sheep. Seems to be separated. So if that's 6, then the path does that. And then the path gets trapped because this is then odd. Yeah. So that's not 6, and the path does this. One of these is 6, so the path doesn't come through here or there. Obviously it doesn't stop here. So now it has to come down. So this isn't the 5, this is 5. 2, 4, 8. So either comes, if it came down, doesn't it just get stuck? Yes. So it turns cross. Looks like 6 there. It's blue. We have another mountain. Get a 1, 3 pair. 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 6 are here. Get a painter. Apparently 5s are there. 2, 4, and 8. Okay, that's 7. Ah, that looks like an end. 1, 3, 2, 6. So we go like that. So one side, that's the other side. Come up and down, probably. One of these is a 9, so you definitely don't go that way. So you do come up, along, and down. 9 here and then across. It's now the edge, because you can't hit the edge, is all blue. So I suppose I'm doing as a painter once and painting all this. Pink and pink. Now 1, 3, 4, 8, 2, 5, and 9. Apparently 7 somewhere down here with a 4, 8. Now where can and can't you go? Pink wolf, that's good. Don't know anything about the waves. Oh, so he is ending up in the ocean, isn't he? 3, 4, 6. 2, 4, 8, 9, and 5. 5 and 1. Ah, so now we've got this. No, that doesn't tell you anything about that. Ah, no. 7s are here though, so this isn't line, so line comes up. Now line comes up again and again. Cool. Line is done. Excellent. Now this is a 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1. That's not 2, so you get 2 and 8. And then to sort out all our 4, 6s and 8s, presumably this can only be one way or the other. If that's a 6, you're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. Apparently, maybe that's been there for a while. Sorry. 4 and 8. 8, 4, 8, 4. 8 and 4. The boy stood still, now alone on the shore. He stared into the distance and hoped there would be more. Right, well, we made it through. Apologies, I don't think that was a good solve for that puzzle at all. And yeah, I think partly I was thrown by, that's a shame that the rules weren't written out to stop the path overlapping and stuff. That was needed, but yeah. But anyway, thank you for the puzzle and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Chat to you all sometime later.